welcome to another pick a card reading. Today's reading is going to be how do they see you on social media? How do you come across on social media? Okay, so you have 4 piles to choose from. It's probably reversed on your angle, but got to work with my webcam. This is going to be pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pile 1 is going to be this Carnelian stone, this red stone. Pile 2 is going to be this Amethyst stone. Pile 3 is the clear quartz crystal. And pile 4, I don't know what this stone is called actually, but I do spells to set intentions into stone, so I call this my Vantage stone. This is about being at your vantage point, so we'll just call it Vantage stone. It has stripes. Gold stripes in the middle of it. You may not be able to see it. Okay, so pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go ahead and get started with pile 1, the Carnelian stone. Okay, for pile 1, how do they see you on social media? We have the 5 of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Cups, and we have the 3 of Wands. Aw, that is so sweet. So how they see you on social media. I feel like they see you as someone who really, like they might watch the comments you make on other people's posts or the comments you make on, I get the sense that what this is speaking of is more about replies and not necessarily what you post out of ego, right? But they see that whenever someone is feeling sad, like whenever someone loses a pet or, says pray for my grandma or whatever that is, you come in with this love and with this joy to sort of heal their problems. The Ace of Cups is a very healing card. It's a very a new emotional start, right? So I feel like what they see on social media is your ability to sort of bring people out of these problems. With the 3 of Wands, it's a little different in this deck. We see a beautiful woman. I don't know if you can see her, but she's really pretty. And she is doing what looks like yoga in the desert. We see lotus flowers down beneath her, so that's my symbol for meditation. So in this 3 of Wands, the traditional meaning is waiting for your ships to come in, but because she is doing this yoga pose and touching this illumination, the sun up here, I feel like it's more about going within yourself to receive God's blessings, right? To receive that higher purpose, that higher calling. And so it is, in a sense, sort of waiting for that to come in, but it's deeper than that, than what we would typically associate the 3 of Wands to be. So what I'm getting from this is they might look at the replies you leave on other people's pages, and it doesn't have to be every time someone's sad, you comfort them. It could be whenever someone posts a selfie, you're the first one to say, beautiful, gorgeous, and, you're just I'm getting this as, very sweet comments that enable people to see sort of the deeper meaning of things or, the higher purpose of things. Sweet, sweet. We have 2 of Wands. We have the Knave of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, 2 things that come to mind. One is they may see you on different platforms, and how you behave in one platform is totally different than the other platform. This is like me. I totally get it. So you may be super sweet on Facebook, but be wild on Twitter. They see that sort of duality of you, not in a sneaky or deceptive sort of way, but just the brand, the brand of yourself that you need to put on different platforms. And I also want to say that they might see you as an entrepreneur, maybe you have an online business that you promote a lot. This is the Knave of Pentacles. He is someone who is offering something of value. He's knocking on this door with this gold thing. I don't know what to call this. This gold like figurine behind his back. Sort of like a salesman. He looks kind of like a door-to-door salesman, right? And then we see the Three of Pentacles here. The Three of Pentacles usually shows a few people, so it's a card about teamwork, but in this deck it's someone who is all by themselves, sort of like working on their craft, what we would typically associate the Eight of Pentacles to be, right? So this is like your side hustle that's all you, right, that you have to work hard at. So they may look up to you for your entrepreneurial abilities and see that you go after opportunities and are always like selling something, like in a good way. I don't think it's bad. What else did I see? Commitment reversed, details reversed. What I'm getting from this is maybe you aren't really I'm not seeing this commitment as like a bad thing, although maybe for like one or two of you out of like hundreds, it could mean that maybe you're going through a divorce or dropping in DMs. I really don't see that, so I'm not even going to throw that out. But for most of you, I feel like with this commitment reversed, it's more about one, I just got that they're single, they're on the market now. Like they just got out of a commitment, I gotta make no move. But for most of you, I feel like this is maybe you don't have as much consistency on social media, right? So you'll just sort of like disappear for a while and unplug, and so you're not as committed to social media as some other people might be. Totally fine, it's up to you. I hate that like there's this like there's this push to be sort of like overly workaholic, overly like you have to always be posting to maintain, a social media following. So you might not have that consistency, but it's because you are working on other things. I also want to say that maybe you have a lot of misspellings or share some fake news from time to time with this details reversed, right? Maybe you like get some things wrong from time to time. So people notice that. We have friendliness, so you are really friendly despite, not being consistent and despite getting some things wrong sometimes. But, with this, like, comforting people who are hurt and, offering them your, like, cup of love, I feel like they do see you as a very friendly person. And we have ideal partnership. Ew. For those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like how others see you is, they look at anything you post about your partnership and think like, wow, like they are the perfect couple. We all know that that's not always the case, but whatever you're posting, it really like gives other people hope, right? That like I can find someone like that. I don't even think it's like a jealousy thing. I think it's just more like they are like a perfect match together. They are peanut butter and jelly. But for others of you, like I said, for some of you, others are seeing you as someone who's newly single, and it's like, that's my ideal snack. I need to snatch them up, right? So let me know if that resonated, number one. I love you very much. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below, and like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Okay, for pile number 2, with the Amethyst, how do they see you on social media? We have the Princess of Cups reversed, we have the Princess of Wands reversed, and we have the Prince of Pentacles reversed. Honestly, you might be one of those people, I'm sorry, but you might be one of those people who, like, is very vulnerable, right? And it's kind of like an open book, and you might feel like social media is the only outlet to share personal stuff about yourself, like frustration, sadness, anger. So I get the sense that sometimes you come across as a little moody to others, as a little like TMI, like process this by yourself, girl, um, or guy. Um, but I also get the sense that you might come off as sort of bratty sometimes, and like quick to anger, a little like temperamental, tempers flare, some stubbornness, like I am the only one who is right, right? Whenever we get into like political debates and stuff, like I will not listen to anything you say. It's me. I think it that these impulses, they're like reactions and responses to other things, right? To other people's posts, and I feel like you come across as someone who gets triggered easily. I know I'm going to get thumbs down for this because y'all are already triggered by what I'm saying, but I got to say what I got to say. So I feel like for this group, you might be a little quick to anger, a little temper tantrum, easily triggered, and honestly, what it's looking like is an imbalance in your health, because the Page of Cups, or it's the Princess of Cups in this deck, but the Page of Cups is someone, sometimes to me, reminds me of a kid who like didn't take their nap, and they get like really emotional for no reason, right? Like, or they didn't get their snack, and so because they don't have that nourishment in their bodies, they throw temper tantrums. So you're having some sort of emotional imbalance as a result of not getting, of not being grounded, like not getting the proper fitness, nutrition, stuff like that. Let's see. How do others see you online? We have the Four of Pentacles. We have Temperance, funny, and we have the Three of Wands reversed. So yeah, with this Temperance, I feel like this message of easily triggered, and the Three of Wands reversed, it's like not always practicing restraint. The Three of Wands is about waiting for your ships to come in, but like you don't wait, right? Like when something, you're like quick to respond when something triggers you, and you don't like wait and sort of process that information and think about like, how can I respond in a different way? I also think you might try to be the authority on matters that you're not the authority on, and sort of step into places that don't belong to you. In this Four of Pentacles, we have a woman who is bigger than this door she's trying to go through, right? So that can mean several different things. It can mean selling yourself short. I don't think it's that in this reading. I think what this is about, one of the dangers of social media, in my opinion, is this reinforcement that we get. Like, you may not have the best answer, but because it's like the snarkiest, like sassiest response, then you get all these likes, and so that reinforces some like bad behavior. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you have gotten a little too big for your britches, like a false sense of praise, right? Sort of like being in your own echo chamber and not being nuanced about things, not not having the authority on some matters, but just trying to like get those retweets and like be the loudest voice in the room because it gets you more followers or it gets you more likes. Y'all are really gonna hate them. This is gonna like cause a lot of dislikes, but you know what? I don't post things for likes, I post things for truth. So this is what we're talking about, right? So like try to have some restraint and not just post like the meanest thing just because it's funny and will get a lot of likes. Like the person on the other end of that may, you know, they have feelings too. So let's see. We have sad embrace reversed. Aww. And we have moonlight reversed. Yes. So again with these habits, I get a feeling like some of you may do a lot of social media stuff at night, and so you're not getting sleep. Like you have that blue light, right? So you're not getting the sleep that you need, and that's what's causing this quick to anger sort of attitude. And with this sad embrace, it's like you could be dealing with a lot of heavy stuff too, and just not know where to turn to or how to get it, and so you're going to social media to get some sort of comfort, but really you need to go within and sort of explore your own inner intuition. And also with this sad embrace, like I said with this, sort of a bullying aspect, whether it's intentional or not, sort of a trolley aspect, right? Where, and you could be trolled. I mean, this could totally be reversed, where you're getting bullied for whatever reason, for some of you. But, you know, just realizing that hurt people, and that you are hurting others by sort of projecting out that own hurt, right? So try to heal before reacting. Try to have a little more patience and heal your own stuff before like giving your 2 cents to the other people. We have positive thinking. Yes, this is what you need. Be a little more positive. And we have strength, okay? So strength, what this is saying to me is the strength to control impulses, the strength to not internalize other people's comments, right? Like not take it personally whenever a troll comes after you. The strength to not react as quickly, the strength to post with integrity, I guess, right? To not post for the sake of, like, not post something snarky for the sake of an ego boost. I love you. I do love you very much. You might think I don't, but I really do. I just got to tell you what the cards say. But yes, I do love you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, this would be helpful. A personal reading would be helpful for these kind of problems. Check the description box below. I love you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, number 3. How do others see you online? We have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant reversed, and we have the Devil. Devilish. Give me a second. One of two things. Either you are, I get the sense for this group, you may not even have a much of a social media platform in general. Like you might just have a LinkedIn platform. And the reason I say this is because these are all work-related cards. These are all like 8 of Pentacles is about craftsmanship, apprenticeship, working at your craft, and getting really good at what you do. The Devil can mean like the man, right? Working for the man, being chained to the man, ball and chain. And if you see in this deck, he has a suit and tie. And then the Hierophant usually indicates large institutions, which can mean like corporate offices, jobs. It can also mean church, school, government, just like large institutions like that. But I get the sense that you don't have much of a social media following or much of a social media presence to begin with, because you invest your time in your career. With this Hierophant reversed, maybe you go about things a little unconventionally. Let's keep it moving, because I don't want to say like stuff I'm not. We have the Knave of Swords, and we have the Knave of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Swords reversed. What I'm getting from this is people are looking you up, looking in on you, and sort of thinking like, lighten up. You know how in high school you were supposed to, like, obviously you wanted to get high SAT scores and high ACT scores and get good grades and all of that. But extracurricular activities were important on college applications too, right? So, like, the activities you did after school, the volunteer activities you did with your church or whatever. But I feel like because of your lack of social media presence, like, people want to see that fun side to you, that extracurricular side to you, right? The Knave of Wands is my, like, girls just want to have fun. It's a playful card. Whenever it's reversed, it's like you're not having fun. This Knave of Swords is someone spying, someone looking in on you. And then this Knight of Swords in this deck, he's trying to bust through this door that he can't, like, forcefully busting in, and he can't see it. Ah, I see why this was reversed now. See, when you talk it out, you can get it. When I see that the light here, he's looking through a, like, magnifying glass, and there's a light that's coming out with his eye. It's like seeing, right? They can't see, because this is reversed, they can't see the full scope of your personality because you have sort of like a block. And if you are applying to jobs, right, if you, like, that's all you're focused on and all you have is a LinkedIn page, then your job wants to see, like, what kind of character they're going to be working with too. Interestingly enough, you got 3 of these cards, even though it seems like you don't even have much of a presence. We have Coming Apart. We have Intention reversed. We have Stormfields reversed. So, you know, I think maybe you left social media or never engaged in it to begin with because you felt like it was just a bunch of chaos, like, that you didn't need, right? All these people fighting, all these people trying to make themselves look better than they actually were, all those things. I mean, we know, like, the shadow aspects of social media. It does cause a lot of depression, you know, there's a lot of bad that can happen from it, but I feel like maybe you don't have much of a presence because you just didn't want to deal with all the chaos, and, you know, especially after Facebook, you know, the Cambridge Analytica stuff and collecting your information, like, maybe you want to go incognito so that companies, governments, anything like that don't, like, spy on you or don't, you know, take advantage of you. We have this Coming Apart right here, so I feel like if, like, your fear surrounding social media is that if you get on, then your world would fall apart, and they could just destroy you, right? Like anyone could take advantage of you, anyone could leave you feeling compromised. But with this intention reversed, I feel like you just need to have a better intention when you go into social media. And I'm not saying to sign up for every platform, right? Like, I'm going to get a Snapchat, an Instagram, a Facebook, a Twitter, a TikTok, all of that. So you don't have to sign up for everything, but you might have one little extracurricular social media thing that is not work related, that just gives you joy, right? Like if you are in the corporate field and you are, or you are, I don't know, if you're in the corporate field, if you're working really hard and in your spare time you like to take pictures, then sign up for Instagram and just take pictures and share your art and your pastime with others and get inspiration from them. It doesn't have to, with the right intentions, it doesn't have to be this sort of like evil thing, right? So just go into it with a sense of, this is how I show my personality, like of what I do in my free time, right? And it will actually, like, you may be scared that, employers will see something that will turn them off, or something like that. But showing them that more playful side will give you more opportunities. I think make you make you look like an actual person instead of just like on paper resume, right? Also want to say, with these storm fields, you don't have to engage with those people who you think are stupid. You don't have to engage with all the fights, right? You don't have to answer their comments. You can turn comments off on some platforms. So, and you can keep it private. You don't have to build a huge following. You can just put your, playfulness out there in an innocent way, just to share with people who also like that sort of thing. So let's keep it moving. We have impermanence. So impermanence, I like the message. I don't want to mess it up, but it says, life is always changing and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. Yes! Okay, so in college, I dated this guy who was very anti-internet, very anti-social media. He didn't have Facebook. To be honest, I think it was so he could cheat. So that we couldn't look up, we couldn't look up and spy. But that's another story. But I sort of took on that mentality, and as a result, I lost so many years, I was put behind in learning all this new technology, that I missed being up to date with the changing technologies, right? So where other people were more advanced, I had to catch up, right? So technology is always changing, and we adapt to it to better our lives, for advancement in careers, right? Learning this stuff could help career-wise too, but even if those technologies have bad things in them, they have good things in them too, right? You just adapt to the changes, good and bad. You drift through the hard times, right? And it says, I take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. Oh, sorry. As I drift through the hard times, I take comfort in knowing that I leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Just don't be so doom and gloom about it. There's good stuff and bad stuff to it. I also want to say, for some of you, with this coming apart, with this spine card, some of you may be going through a divorce. Oh, and the Hierophant reverse. Some of you may be going through a divorce, so maybe that's why you're incognito. Gosh, guys! Ups and downs. What did I say? Good and bad. Ups and downs. Tarot. tarot, I swear. So yeah, it's like there will always be crappy things on the internet, but there's also a lot of good stuff. It has, I mean, tarot for one. I've been doing tarot for like 20 years since I was a kid, and it wasn't until I found YouTube videos that I got so much better in my tarot reading, learning from all these different readers, and I'm happy to like share that knowledge with other people, right? This is all about sharing. And I learned so much from like Facebook groups that are tarot related, right? So it isn't all bad. You just have to find your niches and your communities, and live in your own integrity and not let other people's nonsense affect you. Let me know if that resonated. I love you very much. I will see you next time. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. Bye. Okay, last but not least, our Vantage stone. So how do they see you on social media? We have the 9 of Wands. We have the 9 of Cups. Ew. We have the 8 of Swords reversed. How they see you on social media, you probably have a lot of secret admirers, and they're like dream about you, look at all your pictures and just think like, wow, this person's so dreamy. And this is a different message from the other piles, okay? So I'm not just saying this. I'm not just, like, buttering you up. But I think you have a lot of crushes, a lot of secret admirers, and they're like, how do I break through that wall? How do I get past them? Like, the lion is at the gate. All these people are, like, liking their stuff and leaving these cute comments. How can I ever compete? The 8 of Swords reversed is a card about entrapment. So maybe there's something about you that sort of like puts their mind at ease, right? So it's not just about looks. It's just like your personality is sort of like effervescent and makes them feel lighter, and they're just like, dang, this is my wish. I want this person. How do I get them? They're so hard to get. We have 2 people here on the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is usually a wish card. So, so they wish for you, right? Let's keep going. Sorry, I'm like giggly because a lot of people like you. We have the Fool, new beginning. We have 2 of Pentacles, and we have 9 of Chalices again. You're everybody's wish. I get also, you may have these posts that are like living your best life. The 9 of the 9 of Cups is a fat and happy card, and we see here he's eating his good food, good wine. He's got someone serving him, a nice dog, and he's happy, right? So you may post like the highlight reel of your life, and people are looking in like, oh my gosh, I want to live that like fabulous lifestyle. Give me that. How do I be more like them? Even if like it's not a secret admirer where they want to, be your boo. It could also just be like friendship related stuff. That's like, I want to be like them. They're so cool. Like, they're perfect. We have the Fool. So I feel like maybe you motivate people to take a lot of risks, like live their best life, right? Motivate people to take a lot of risks, and maybe you're always like going on adventures and doing these fun things. We have this friend, he has his dog right here, so it's a friend, right? So, like, all these friends, all these followers want to go on adventures with you. We have 2 dogs, like I mentioned. A dog here in the 9 of Cups, and then a dog in the Fool. Maybe you have a dog, and you post really cute pictures of your dog. The 2 of Pentacles, it's a little different in this deck. Usually it talks about, like, juggling, sort of like struggling financially, robbing Peter to pay Paul. But in this deck, we see two sort of synchronized swimmers diving into a pool. So the message I'm getting is like you're living this best life, and you just sort of make it look easy, right? Look effortless, but it is probably not effortless, right? Oh, we have come together. Definitely, you have some like secret love booze. And spark. You spark people. This is the best social media. This is the best pile so far. So, they want to be your boo. You spark a lot of creativity, a lot of excitement, a lot of like new, positive. You're just like an inspiration to people. You really like help them live their you inspire them to like live their best life and take adventures and take risks and just trust that God has your back. And it seems like a happy person. You might bring people together, right? Like you might mobilize groups and I don't know. Let's see. Self-love. You have a lot of self-love. They see that. Not in an egotistical way, and no need to do. Yeah, so you do make it look effortless. Let me know if it's not effortless because I work really hard and I would like to not do, right? But yeah, you just like, you look like this like happy, person who got all their wishes. A lot of people want to be you or be with you, and you inspire people to take risks. And yeah, I like it. Let me know if that resonated. I love you very much. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you. Bye.